Hello everyone and welcome back to MC Server Education. My name is Galaxy and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up a hub server or server network. So what you're going to need for this is primarily a dedicated server or a VPS or a home computer with a lot of freaking backup RAM. So this doesn't really work on Minecraft hosted servers such as things from Beastnode or from Fragnet, etc. I would prefer you to use it on a dedicated server or VPS. So I've got one of my dedicated servers right here. And in the future I'll show you how to use this during the tutorial, but it's pretty much needed. So something else you're going to need is CraftBucket, the latest version. I'm using 1.5.2, build 2, and you're also going to need BungieCord. To download BungieCord, just go to the downloads in the link in the description, go to the newest one, and just download this jar here. That's all you're going to need for this whole tutorial. Again, I'll probably bundle everything you need in a media file link, but there will be separate links updated regularly for what you actually need for the tutorial. So pretend my desktop is this dedicated server. We're in our root directory right now. The root directory is this desktop. And we've created a folder called My Minecraft Network. Inside of this folder, we have 4 more folders. These bottom 3 are just default vanilla Minecraft CraftBucket servers with no plugins or anything in them. They've just been started like normal on, I think, 1 gig of RAM each, so they're pretty laggy, but I don't know, there's 3 of them. So the last folder we've called BungieCord, and inside here, I've actually started it too early, is something called the BungieCord.jar and a start command. So if we edit the start command just to see what it says, it's like the CraftBucket one, but it doesn't have any of that X minus stuff because we don't actually have to designate it any RAM. So this is just BungieCord.jar running on a jar command. So if we can start BungieCord on our home computer, it probably won't actually work. Alright, it did. So we're just going to hit end. Alright, so it's ended. Alrighty, so I've created all these files. Now to get this to work, what we're going to do is to start the BungieCord server on our IP and the port 25565, or in the case of what you're going to be doing, on your designated or dedicated server on its default port of 25565, and then linking the other servers off through different ports on the local host address. So what you're going to want to do is edit the config.yml, and we're going to go to this group, and I like to change it to my own name. That was the creator of the plugin, and this down here is his actual server. You don't really need to have it set to anything. So I think that's all I need to do for here. Max players, we're going to set to 500 because that's a really nice number. So this number here is actually the IP of the dedicated server or VPS that you're going to be running your server off of. So mine is 198.27.75.115. This is just a cheap dedicated server that I'm hosting for this particular tutorial. So the default port is 25565. The tab size I'm going to keep as 60. Force default server off. Server texture size is 16. We're going to make our MOTD the MCSE tutorial server. I can't remember how to spell tutorial because I'm stupid. The default server we're going to call hub server because that's what we've called our hub server in this folder back here. So right here, force host, doesn't matter, timeout 3000, online mode true, and this is where it really gets interesting. So the first server we're going to be calling hub server. The local host IP for this server is 127.0.0.1. and we're going to be putting it on the IP of 25561. So remember, hub server is on that port. Restricted, don't really need it, but it's there. And we're just going to copy this and paste it 2 more times. We're going to change this here to server lowercase 1. We're going to change that to 2. I'm going to change this to server 2. And this to 3. Now this is pretty much all you need to do here. There can be other things changed, such as the default servers. You can make server 1 your default server, or you can make it force things, but by default I'm pretty sure they'll actually connect to, if you change the force default server to true, every time they log out and log back in, they'll be forced to go back to the default server. So if they start on the hub server and go to hub and then go to server 2 and then log out, the next time they log in, they'll be back at the hub server, but when they run the command /server server 2, they'll go back to their original save location. So the fallback server, we're actually going to have to make nothing. This one doesn't change. And, oh, does it? Force default server, hub server, fallback server. We're going to change this to hub server 2. I don't think it's needed, but I think it helps. Player limit, and that's pretty much all we need to do for Bungie. So we can save that now and close it. And we're going to go on a hub server. Now, to link this server to Bungie, we're going to edit it, and we're going to change the server IP to 127.0.0.1. I've already done this, and I've already changed the server port to 255.261, and I've actually already done this for all of the other servers. The last two things you want to do is change your max players to 500 or whatever you really want, and your online mode to false. Having this at false allows only paid Minecraft accounts to connect to this server. Because it's running on the default port, other cracked Minecraft accounts can get onto it if the online mode isn't set to false. Bungee Cord is set to true, which allows only paid accounts to get onto your server, and this just means that no cracked accounts can get onto this server, if that makes much sense. So I've already done this for all the other servers regarding the port changes from 25561 to 25563 when you go up through the servers. So the next thing you go on and do is pretty much start everything. Now, I don't want us to do this on my home computer, and conveniently, I've already pretty much copied this exact thing onto my dedicated server under root address. So here it is, my Minecraft server, all of this. And what we're going to do now is actually start it within the dedicated server itself. So we can show you how it works. Now, I believe this is the right server. We're just going to check it by running ls to see what files we have available, and we do. We have Minecraft Network. So we're going to go to cd Minecraft Network, and then we're going to list our folders again, and we're going to see we have Bungee Cord. We're going to go cd Bungee Cord to enter the folder, and we're going to run the command java -jar Bungee Cord, and the server's going to start like that. So it started on the IP import that we have designated it, and that's done. Now, here comes our only problem. When we now want to go back in and start another server, we have the problem of we're already in one screen and we can't start another. So to combat this problem, what you need to do is install something called Screen. And to do this, we're just going to quickly close this and clear. To do this, we need to go back to the root, or I believe you do, and you go apt or something, -get install screen. Alright, and you just let that install. It won't take too long, but what that allows you to do is run the command screen -s Bungee, and it opens a new screen. So within here we can go Minecraft Network, Bungee Cord, and then run our command and now Bungie is started in a screen. To exit this screen, we go Control A and D, and we're back to our normal thing. So we can now open the second screen and call it Hub. In here, we again go to cd Minecraft Network. Then we go into cd Hub Server and run the command java-xms1024m space -xmx 1024m-jar craft bucket -beta. And now this server will start on that available port. Again, close the screen and start the next server. So I'm just going to try to do this as fast as possible really quickly, and we'll see how it turns out when we start the next server. So server, well, I did that wrong. Server 1, and then again, it's java-xmx 1024m-jar. You don't need to put the x and s in there. Just for this, I'm going to keep it shorter and do it like this. Sorry if you can hear me getting messaged. So that started, close that one, and then again, server 2, cd Minecraft, spell Minecraft right, cd server 2, java-xmx xmx1024m -jar craft bucket beta. So now all three of our servers are started, and so is Bungee Cord. Now you can continue to use your dedicated server, or you can close it. For this tutorial, to show you that this is how it works and you don't need to be on your dedicated server all the time, I can close this window and open my Minecraft up. So this will only take a second, hopefully. Come on, Minecraft. We all know you want to load. Alright, so we're loaded. You log in. And we're done loading. What we're going to do next is just direct connect straight in. Actually, we won't do that. We're going to wait for this to load. Check how long this tutorial is. So it's a pretty long tutorial. Alright, so this is the server from the previous things. I haven't really changed it up or anything. So what we're going to do is 198.27.75.155. And we don't need to put in any ports. So this is the Minecraft Server Education server. I'm going to refresh, and we should 127.75.71. Alright, so we seem to be not started properly. 198.27.75.1. Is it 115 or is it? Oh, that was wrong. What did I put in? Oh, there we go. So I see what I did wrong. I put 55. It should be 115. Alright, so there's our server, MC Server Education, MC Server, whatever you want to call it. So we can now join this, and technically we should be on the hub server. So this is the hub server. Obviously I haven't made anything in this world because I only just created it in front of you. So now if we go /server, we can see clearly that we can now connect to server 1, hub server, or server. And I'm actually connected to server 2 right now, so that was... Oh, because I previously used this to test it just before the tutorial, I actually ended up on server 2. But to go between servers, we can go /server, server 1, and a little TP us to server 1. And we are now in server 1. And we can do whatever we want here. We can, go punch some trees like normal, or we can do whatever. This has been pretty much the most simplest way I can make this tutorial. I spent a while thinking of how I could make it and how I can make it simple for everyone to follow and enjoy and actually be able to start their own hub server, without having to ask as many questions as possible. But if you guys do have any questions or you have a tutorial request, please don't forget to ask me in the comment section below, and I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to get back to you and actually provide you with that server tutorial education, or that server education. I don't even know what to call them. That tutorial. This has been Galaxy from MC Server Education. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.